The records are now open. Welcome, everyone, to this week's live episode, I might add, of Akashic Answers with Emily. I am really happy to be with you this week because the last 2 weeks I've had my team set up reruns for you as I have been traveling on both personal and professional, personal and business. Definitely a lot of both energies, business and pleasure happening. And I feel like I've been really activated. The energies that have been flowing in since I've come back with clients and students, and the videos that I have been making feels really impactful and exciting. So I'm excited to be with you all and share with you today. Say hello to me once you get here. And also, especially if you're a newbie, if this is your first time joining us, let us know that it's your first time. And I want to encourage those of you who are loyal members of this community, make our new guests feel welcome, because we are truly all on a journey together of expansion. And one of my intentions for today is to bring you into a higher level of awareness of why you're here, which, by the way, you have stumbled into, or you have come by purposeful intent. Actually, whether you think you've stumbled in, whether you think you're winging it or not, you are here on purposeful intent, coming into my sacred classroom. Welcome to Akashic Answers with Emily. This is a container where every week, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Emily Harrison, founder director here inside the Akashic Academy. Share intelligence and insight with you from the Akashic Records. So if you're new to the Akashic Records, let me give you a little breakdown. The records are the realm of consciousness where every single detail of your past, your present, all potential futures has been recorded from a neutral perspective. Neutrality in this case means unconditional love and zero judgment, and is quite different, I'm going to tell you, from how you're processing your life right now. This is God mind, and it allows us to see what is unseen. Super helpful in terms of our patterns. Why do you want to see what is unseen? Because you have patterns of behavior that are operating on the subconscious level, meaning below your awareness. And these patterns of behavior, you basically, until you've done the work, you have been programmed by your surroundings, by your own personal trauma. Look at it this way. You have individual mind, you have collective mind, you have galactic mind. Just take that in for a second, everybody. Most of us are processing only, we're processing with all of them. It's just the degree of awareness we have in each of the different categories. And until you do the work, I promise you, your awareness is low. And even when you start doing the work, that's when you realize how truly low your awareness is and how much more work you got to do. But once you start doing the work, and I'm going to tell you what it means to me for you to be doing the work. It means to be examining yourself in your life from a higher perspective, from higher mind, where you're not judging yourself or attached to shame or defending yourself or your behavior. Seeing from higher mind, seeing how you're participating in constructs, sometimes societal constructs, that's that collective mind that we talked about, or the collective programming that we have from our families and how we grew up in our communities, right? Until we begin to examine these ourselves and our experiences through this higher mind, we are operating on a series of, it's almost like protections that we put up where we've been hurt along the way. And so we've altered our divine operating system into one that protects us more. It keeps us playing small, though. It keeps us in our, not in our potential. And so that's one of the first reasons I want to invite you to get excited about the Akashic Records, get excited about why you're here today. If you're experiencing a challenge or something that feels repetitive in your life, you're creating it. And the good news is when you figure out how and why you're creating it, and the thoughts, the repetitive thoughts that you're thinking that are creating these situations for you, you can change them. You can have freedom in your life. You can have freedom from the patterns that feel like they're oppressing you right now, whether that's money or whether it's, how good the quality of your relationships are. you fighting a lot? You got a lot of drama in your relationships? Are they peaceful? Are they harmonious? Do they inspire you? Do you have people around you that you truly enjoy their company? Right? This is a quality of life that we're talking about, that all of us are here on a mission to create for ourselves. All right, give me some love, likes, hearts if this is resonating for you, and say some hellos to me. Terry, I see you. Marilyn, I see you. Say hello once you get here. All right, here's the other reason I want to inspire you to get excited about the Akashic Records, specifically your Akashic Records. And that is, once we've cleared enough of this subconscious programming, this, we can call it karma. In my sacred classroom, karma is known as an unlearned lesson, or it's basically, right, it's a pattern that we keep repeating, that we can't figure out why we keep repeating it. Shell Baby's in the house. Hi, Michelle. It's my cousin. Interesting, my southern accent, which isn't really southern, it's Missouri, came out there. Maybe I was feeling your energy come in, Shell Baby. But once we've cleared enough of our subconscious programming, our vibrational frequency begins to raise. We hold a higher frequency of energy, and our genius, our unique genius, our soul purpose, our mission begins to reveal itself to us in a more dynamic level. And you get to experience yourself as a creator of your own life, your legacy. You get to change things in your family dynamic, change things about your job. I've done all of these and more, and it's so fun. So with no further ado, let's get rocking and rolling. I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, so here's how today is going to roll. I have opened the Akashic Records of the collective, those of us who are here both now and on the replay, asking for guidance in terms of bringing awareness around your questions. That's how the Akashic Records work. The records will only give you the information that you are ready to receive. How do the records know what you're ready to receive? Well, you ask the question. So I'm going to encourage you to start typing in questions into the chat for me. I don't get to everybody's question, but I'm going to encourage you to type your question in anyway, because as you ask, and there's part of the magic, part of the medicine, part of how this works is you formulating the vocabulary, the vibrational frequency to call forward a solution. Because truly everything inherently is whole and complete, even though we are experiencing only part of something. Sometimes that's the problem. We keep seeing the problem. But when we move up into higher mind and we acknowledge the problem, we're calling forward a particular frequency of energy that also holds the solution. So whether or not I channel for you live today, the intelligence will drop in your field. If any of you were raised Southern Baptist or religious like me, ask and you shall receive. You might remember that from the Bible, okay? All right, so get my chat box lit up with some questions. I want to encourage you, stay till the end. We're going to jam till about 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, half an hour here together. And what I notice about this space is that the intelligence builds on itself. So there will be like strings of intelligence, threads of intelligence woven through all of the questions that I answer today for you guys, for us all. So I encourage you to stay till the end. There is definitely a reason that you are here. And I'm also going to share a very cool free gift with you at the end for those of you who are playing big in life and you need the quantum tools and resources to support you in playing big. We have a really cool training known as Activating the Archetype of the Magician, which breaks down methodology, repeatable methodology of how you can tap into this archetype and have maximum power to your creatorship. We all have the ability to create. Does that sound good? If that sounds good, send me some love, likes, hearts across the screen. Take a moment and do me a favor. Share this out. Do us all a favor. Share this out. The more people that we have here in this space, the more potent and powerful that the energy gets, the more empowered each of us become, and the faster we can step into our potential and make these shifts and changes. So please be a good steward of the energy and share this out, and we're going to get rocking and rolling here. Okay, going into some questions. Green Mountain Hippie, thank you for being here. I'd love to know how to break my pattern of poverty mindset. Yes, thank you for this. I want you all to break this. I want to continue to step into the ability to source and resource and hold space for all of us as we are stepping out of poverty mindset. This is a huge threshold gateway in our evolution of consciousness, being able to source and resource that which we need and desire for our mission and for a lovely life here on the planet through magnetism. And it sounds a lot easier. Who wants to do it through some magnetism? Like, make it easy, Emily, make it easy. Here's the deal. It's not hard, but it is. What did Jack tell me? Jack was my son. He was telling me this about business last night. He said, Mom, it's not difficult, but it is challenging. Okay. Getting out of your poverty mindset, it's not difficult, but it is challenging. What I mean by it's not difficult is we can create repeatable methodology or processes that we can work with. And sometimes you may need more than one, because the medicine or the way that we work with the quantum energy can address certain aspects and specific things. And poverty mindset is a big one. If you're working with poverty mindset, or you just want to learn how to step into wealth consciousness at a higher level, give me a high five or a thumbs up or some kind of an emoji in the comments. Good. And as we collectively work on this, what the guides are saying right now is it's important that we all take this on as a collective endeavor to increase our resourcefulness and our abundance and our prosperity frequency. Because when we all have access to that which we need and desire, we stop fighting with each other over resources. Okay, there is an aspect of world peace associated with this, with your ability to tap into what is yours by divine right. And the only reason that you're not tapping into it right now, if you are trapped in a poverty mindset, it's what's happened is the matrix, or there's distortion. The matrix is the collective 3D projection that doesn't necessarily represent galactic mind or highest potentiality, but it can seem very real. And what happens is it begins to distort our field and begins to make us feel like we are oppressed or slaves in operating systems. And we are, if we think that we are. What Henry Ford said, whether you think you are, whether you think you can, or whether you think you cannot, you are correct. Which is so cool, because it's one of the keys, the secrets to the universe, is recognizing how powerful your mind is. The first Hermetic principle tells us that the universe is mental in nature, which means every single thing that we're experiencing starts from a thought. And when you're thinking from limited thought or individual mind, this is what happens. But first of all, give yourself an amen, a hallelujah, a way to go, me, for coming to Earth School to work on these lessons in what they look like in real time, which means there's an aspect of forgetting our galactic mind or our galactic nature. And we feel the struggle of being trapped by our individual and our collective mind. That's part of the process that we must go through and that we've agreed to go through, so that we can fully transmute this for ourselves and the collective. The mind is powerful. Okay, thank you for telling. Let me know if you've received something in that monologue there coming through from the guides. Green Mountain Hippie, now I'm going to tap in and get you something unique and personal for you, which will also be medicine for all of us. We should all listen to it. We actually should be thanking Green Mountain Hippie now for bringing in the medicine. Okay. Let me go back to your exact question. Let's see. I'd love to know how to break a pattern of poverty mindset. Okay. First thing is that, again, it's riffing on this congratulating of ourselves. Congratulations to you. Congratulate yourself. You already know what to do. Somewhere in you, you already know what the answer is. And my hunch is that you're already doing it. You're already using a lot of different tools to visualize, to feel the feelings, to feel as if you're getting opportunities that are coming. But what's happening is there's still stress that comes up, and there's still evidence of the old timeline. Let me know if I'm hitting on this. This feels resonant for you, Green Hippie. It's like you're holding both frequencies at once. And you're getting down on yourself when you're noticing that old frequency come up because you're like, I'm doing so much work to fix this. Why is this still coming up? What the guides, and is anybody else resonating with this too? Hi, Phyllis from Canada. Yes. Okay, excellent. So what the guides want us to know is that this is what this part of the path looks like, is that we're holding both frequencies. It's like we're looking back and like, whoo, I've come a long ways. And we're looking up and we're like, oh my God, it feels like there's an avalanche coming. Let me get out of the way. This is what it looks like. So don't freak out. Remember, you have the tools or you wouldn't be here. And so I have also noticed this pattern. Highest expression, yes, feeling this too. Anybody else feeling this? Yes, cool. Oh wait, that's getting Terry Todd's thumbs up there. Okay. Yes, so it's okay. So see how this is a shift in perspective and a shift of mindset from what am I doing wrong? What do I still need to do to, okay, I got this. Here comes the challenge. I got this. And the next phase will be to reframe the challenges into opportunities because they're everywhere here. We're on a 3D plane. It's polar. We learn through contrast. It's what it looks like. Reframe it into opportunity to step into mastery. Good, Anna-Mona, this is landing for you too. Yay. See, it's all about the reframe. It's about the reframe, the new thought. Anytime you are asking the universe for something, you're trying to manifest something in your life. It's not the thing, it's not the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that's going to show up at your door. It's going to be the thought that takes you out on the walk where you see the rainbow and you're like, oh man, there's a rainbow over there. That's a gateway that's opening. Those gateways don't stay open very long. Maybe I should walk over there. And then you find the rainbow. That's metaphorically speaking, of course. But there is some quantum truth in there as well. That when we see these gateways and doorways open, yes, sometimes it happens in an altered dimension sort of way, not just in rainbows, but also I've noticed this on Mount Shasta before. Gateways, portals, things opening. They don't stay open. You got to say yes when it opens. But there's also, do you see the application in your 3D real life to say yes to opportunity? Okay. Green Mountain Hippie. Now the guides are wanting me to talk more about the pattern and how I'm seeing it show up in with my students and clients. And I want to give a shout out to Ann Oikel. Ann, I don't know if you're out there watching today. I haven't seen you pop up yet. But Ann brought into one of our Learn to Read the Records trainings Joe Dispenza's vocabulary, Dr. Joe's vocabulary on this, which is when you notice that you're holding both of those frequencies, you can say to yourself, change now, change now. And it's the recognition of, oh, this is the moment of choice. It's like time slowing down for you. And you recognize what the moment of choice is and you say, choose now. I choose this. An incredible moment of power. See how, and we often want to rush through that moment of power. We just want to have the aha moment. I'm going to be different. And we start doing the work and then we just want it all to unfold in front of us differently. And it is fun when that happens, but we don't necessarily get to like microscope in on that moment of power where we say, change now. Good. That was excellent. And let it be super simple. Let the change now be simple. The guides are saying, if you are new to the show, here's a fun little surprise for you. Not only do I want to channel an intelligence, but I also want to bring through an energetic healing and activation. So let me see what the guides want to bring in for us here. By the way, everybody, give Green Mountain Hippie some hearts, love, and likes and gratitude for that learning that we all got to do. We're going to work on the third eye, expanded vision, seeing what is unseen. I want you to imagine breathing with your third eye, taking a nice deep breath in. Imagine the third eye, inhaling, exhaling, contracting. Good. Take another deep breath in with the third eye. Third eye is located between the two hemispheres of your brain. Your inner intelligence will reveal to you where you need to be working right now. So just trust that. Your Akash will reveal itself to you. Your innate. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale. Okay, this higher level of vision is about seeing ourselves differently. And there's an invitation that comes with this activation to up-level your identity, which will require you to see yourself differently, to see yourself in your power, to trust yourself more. So if you want to take that initiation, just type yes, and you will begin that initiation of identity up-level with the universe. And good luck with that. That's intense work. I'm here if you need me. Let me know. All right. All right. The highest expression. Hello, Emily. Hello. Highest expression. Interesting. I noticed highest expression, HE, which is the reverse flip of my initials, EH. I would love to know from my Akash the thread of loyalty in my conception and what I can repair, as it is a bloodline issue when it comes to the harmony between yin and yang. All right. Getting deep in there. All right. I see all of your yeses coming in. Okay. From the first thing you want to talk about is the thread of loyalty in my conception. Okay. Let's start right there. Thread of loyalty in our conception. I want to break that down for any of you that are like, what the F does that mean? It means a lot of things. So first of all, highest expression. For you, there is an aspect of royal bloodline lineage, starseed lineage DNA that we're talking about here. So I do want to acknowledge that. That is not going to be a lesson that everyone is going to be working with in the forefront of their consciousness, is what I'll say. But I do feel like it is universal and we're all working with it on the individual mind. So here's what that would look like on the individual mind. It would look like you're Palladian. That makes sense. It feels like Yeshua, Jesus bloodlines too, and Magdalene energy bloodlines. Cool. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. But here's a way we can all play with it. If you haven't quite drinking as much Kool-Aid, I'll say, as high as expression and I playing in these galactic starseed energies. Which, by the way, if you have, I'm glad you're here. If you haven't yet, let's keep it really grounded, keep it down to earth, keep it real. We get programmed by our families and our experiences as well. It's part of see how it's part of the evolution of humanity in a society and a collective here because of how our species advances and operates. So just take a minute to let that unfold and reveal itself to you for a moment. All right, so all of us really are dealing with this loyalty to conception, meaning a loyalty to both dysfunctional and empowered aspects of our DNA that we get through our lineage. If this is making sense, right, make sense in the comment. If you need me to explain it again in a different way, ask me and I'll have the guides help support me with that. All right, so then how do we repair that? How do we repair that bloodline issue? How we repair the bloodline issue is we do the work. It's not our fault, but it's our responsibility. Shout out to David Mailer, one of my dear friends, colleagues, and mentors. Good, it's making sense. Thank you. Yeah. Talks about that when it comes to acting out either based on our trauma, the experiences that we've had. Basically, owning our assholery is what it is. It's not, and if we don't own our assholery in the right way, it'll trigger shame, and shame will just make us step out of the game or go into old vices or areas to numb ourselves. So we've got to be able to show up to our own radical self-responsibility in a way that is empowering and playful and fun. And I love when David says it's not our fault, but it is our responsibility. So yeah, we have been programmed. We're carrying collective ancestry, a lot of times of anger. I definitely noticed that in my lineage. I talked about my cousin Michelle, who is here. Our Granny Cora was known for growling at people through her teeth sometimes. And she was awesome too. And she made great banana pie and I love her. And have, after she passed, had a lot of really cool experiences that she really helped me up level along the way. But I was also definitely able to recognize that thread of ancestral anger and work on that energy. So we all have it. And how we work with it is we own where it's shown up for us. And we begin to just make amends, take ownership, say you're sorry, figure out what you want to do instead. It's not rocket science. Okay. But that level of ownership will invite you into mastery that will help you do whatever you want to do at a higher level, which is really cool. Okay, there's one more aspect of this highest expression that I want to talk about. The harmony between yin and yang, yin and yang, yin and yang, yang. That's your masculine and feminine energies. And it is of the utmost importance that these energies are in balance for you if you want to manifest and create quickly, effortlessly, in alignment with your highest timeline and potential, which we are moving into a position in the galaxy. We're being supported as above, so below. We're moving into an area where we're being bombarded with cosmic light, photons of light that are waking up our DNA, activating our dormant strands of DNA, and giving us access to more of our galactic mind, more of our ancient wisdom, more of our potentiality. So if you want to harness and use it, you got to understand the mechanics of how you use it well and how you use it at a high level. So I'll go ahead and share with you guys, activate the archetype of the magician. If you're on LinkedIn, oops, not LinkedIn, but yes, LinkedIn, hang on one second. There we go. Joining us on StreamYard, which is LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, I believe. I'm popping in the comments right now, activate the archetype of the magician, which is an excellent training that's going to give you knowledge that you need on how as a human you harness these energies, what it looks like. Okay. Excuse me. Be sure you look at that. Because goodness gracious. That is a sign that there's a lot of energy, a lot of voltage moving though. All right, cool. All right, I think I'm gonna move on now. Let me know if that was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments. Okay. Mina in style. Hi. I'm glad that you're here. Okay. And Mina, you are going from one job to another. How do we know our path? That's a good one. Anybody else feel like they're going from one job to another? Or maybe you've become an entrepreneur, a visionary, spiritual, quantum thinker, entrepreneur like me, which by the way, I think making up your own job is the way to go, I'll just say. And there are a lot of connections to Lemurian timelines, ancient Atlantean timelines, 5D timelines when we do this, when we're not programmed to say, what job do I want to do to make money to keep the lights on? Because all the way from how I acted it out to you and you become a robot and you become imprisoned to the last thing I said, which how do I keep the lights on? Energy is actually free. The fact that we're even working to pay to keep the lights on is really stupid. So we have to learn to see things through higher mind and different mind and find different solutions on how to run our society and our humanity here on the planet. But sometimes I've noticed that even those of you who have taken that walk or that journey to create your own job, there's a lot of pivoting that happens along the way. So if you can relate, let me know that this is going to be a valuable deep dive for you guys today. Cool. Yes. Entrepreneur here. Cool. Just starting. Excellent. I want to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. So good. Thank you. I love that you guys are you ladies, taking ownership of what it is that you want to do, because truly claiming it is a huge part of the process. Highest expression. I'll be honest, when I clicked on your comment of the question that I just answered, I thought it was a previous one that I saw in my peripheral about your name. And that's where I was going to, but the records have brought us back to us, because in essence, that's what we're doing now, is we're naming and claiming the timeline, what we want to create, our creation, our babies, right? We get to show up and create. So just claiming that we want it and beginning to look into this. And what do I mean by look into it? I mean, feel into the possibility. Let the consciousness of this mission that is a part of you reveal itself to you. Here's what I've noticed, that we come into the planet with this, and it often gets suppressed as we grow up. So if you can remember back to the childhood imaginative games that you like to play, or how you thought of yourself when you were, who you were going to be when you grow up, and just begin to remember. If you don't remember your childhood, invite the guides. We'll do an activation right now just to open up the mind. Open up the higher mind to receive memories that might have been suppressed, or just might be crowded out by stress, the guides are saying. Say yes if you want to receive this opening of mind to access more memories. The guides are also saying, for those of you who feel like you have to protect yourself, repress some memories, know that the records are only going to work with you and reveal what you're ready to work with. And if it feels big and really challenging, it's not going to come through. Or it might, and that just means you're ready for it. And again, reach out to me if you need some help. But we are definitely calling in an energy and a frequency of gentleness, of playfulness, of fun, getting to remember good memories from your childhood. Yes, 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 yes. I find that when I participate in this activation and I open my mind, I love the ideas and the memories and what comes into my field over the course of the next week. So thank you all for playing. We're inviting your mind to open up. Now your job is to notice. Oh, the guides are also saying right now, it's going to open up the dreamscape for a lot of you. How many of you have potent dreams? Vivid dreams. If you have vivid dreams, type vivid dreams. I was going to say put VD in the comments, but don't put that. Just put vivid dreams, okay? How many of you want to have more of a relationship with your dreamscape? Okay, yeah, good. So I'm getting some yes, always vivid dreams. Yep, those of you who are participating today, yep, the guides are rewarding you. They're saying, we hear you talking. We know, okay, vivid, yes, very realistic. Okay, so for those of you who want to work more dynamically with the dreamscape, first of all, you got to be journaling your dreams. And if you, okay, Randy, no dreams in yours, but if you want to have more dreams, you got to start journaling them every morning. And this is strict, like whoosh, like bent over. Where's dominatrix Emily? Whoosh. Obviously, I don't really know how to do that. I'm being honest. I just out myself there. Okay. Anyway, it was fun trying it on there for a second for y'all. I'm getting a little red. Hang on. No, but seriously, you got if you don't do it whoosh, dominatrix style, it doesn't work nearly like a fraction of as well. You may not even get anything out of it. But if you're willing to commit to it, you write your dreams down before you even get out of bed to go to the bathroom. If you don't remember your dreams, Randy said, yes, I do. Did I impress you a little bit there, Randy? Okay, hang on. I'm going to get all sidetracked. Let me come back. You must write them before you get out of the bed to do anything. If you don't remember your dreams, you've got to write down how you feel. Okay? This is going to help you remember more of your dreams. And that is the next step, is you want to remember more, because the more you remember, the more you're going to increase your interaction with the dreamscape. And then the next piece will be to become lucid within the dreamscape, which means to wake up within the dream so that you can interact on a higher level of consciousness. Cool? And yeah, you can definitely have past life experiences in dreams. Terry, lucid dreamer all my life. I love you, Terry Todd. Glad you're here. All right. If you had a good time here today, send some love, likes, hearts across the screen. I would love to know what really landed in your field today. Feel free to type into the comments what your takeaways are from this experience. I also want to just encourage you again, if you did get value out of this today, share out this broadcast. The intelligence that drops in for all of us becomes available, I should say, that drops in for each one of us becomes available to all of us. There is a collective consciousness that interconnects us. So the more of us that have aha moments, the more profound that each of our experience actually gets. It's very cool how that compounds and happens. And I always let my students, clients know that when you come into an experience with your Akashic records, like we did today, 90% of what happens unfolds afterwards. So be on the lookout for shifts, changes in your thoughts, aha moments, and give yourself a pat on the back for them. This is what doing the work is. I've had fun hanging out here with you all today. I'm going to close up the records. I don't normally do this, but I am just going to close up the records for us today because I feel like there's been a lot of power, a lot of voltage coming in. So I'm just going to give one final Om and close up the records. The record's now closed. All right, everybody. I'll see you back here again next week.